How's it going, everybody? Deacon here, and today I'm bringing you my very first Max Payne 3 gameplay commentary. And in this video today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the single-player campaign, as well as a brief rundown of all the multiplayer mechanics, and some of my likes and dislikes about the multiplayer at this point, and my overall opinion of the game as a whole. So without further ado, let's do this. So I guess I'll just go in order of how I announced it. My thoughts on single-player campaign. It's awesome. I don't know what else to say other than that. I think actually in this case saying less is probably better, because I know Rockstar is very conscientious about spoilers, so I'm not going to say much of anything about it. Other than that, it's great, and if you have played the previous Max Payne games, you'll love it. And if you haven't played the previous Max Payne games, you'll love it. It's really designed for anybody, whether you're a previous fan of the franchise, or you're just new, you're just coming into the game for the first time. So, yeah, that's pretty much my opinion on the single-player campaign. It's great, and if you haven't played it yet and you kind of just dove right into the multiplayer and haven't had time for the single player, I highly suggest that you clear, a few hours out of your day for a few days and burn through that single player, because it's pretty great. It's an amazing story combined with the next-gen graphics and the new movement mechanics that they introduced with Max Payne. It's pretty incredible. It's one of the finest campaigns that I played recently, and at this juncture I'd have to say it's definitely my pick for Game of the Year. And I know there's a lot of the good games that are going to be coming out this year, but that is definitely my pick. Alright, so the multiplayer, I've got to say this multiplayer really took me by surprise. More than anything, when it came to this game, I was looking forward to the single player campaign, just because Max Payne campaigns are always so much fun and always so engaging. But when I played this multiplayer for the first time, it really took me by surprise. It was like a present within a present. It was so much better than I imagined it would be. Like I watched multiplayer videos, like I'm sure most people did that were interested in this game, and they look cool, but I really feel like they held out. Like, I didn't realize how much they really introduced into this game. Like, you can actually customize your characters, which is something I had no idea you could do. You can customize. It reminds me somewhat of, if any of you have played GTA 4 multiplayer, they had somewhat of a character customization in there where you could change like the torso, the face, and the legs. This one goes a little further, where you can change, different hats, earpieces, jewelry, things like that, and they have a lot to pick from, which is really great. I'm just one of those people that really enjoy character customization. I don't know why, it just keeps me engaged. I don't know, I'm just a big guy that likes to play with Barbies, I guess. I don't know, I like dress up. And yeah, so the character customization is pretty great. I'm not going to get into it a whole lot, because it's very in-depth, but really doesn't have anything to do with the gameplay. It's kind of just your own preference. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of quickly run through some of this stuff, because I know I ramble, and I don't want to run out of time in this video. We got different things in the multiplayer, such as we got weapon customization. As you can see, I'm using, well, if you can see, I'm using dual silenced M1911s, which is fucking awesome. I'll touch on that in another video of my thought. Whoa, where the hell is that guy's body going? Weird. I'll touch on that in another video. My thoughts on the pistols in this game, which are it's going to be a very positive review on my part. Yeah, and so we got as well as custom loadouts. You can pick any weapon you want. And the loadouts actually come with a weight. You can only have so much weight on you. Like if you were to wear, say, heavy body armor as well as a heavier assault rifle, you may not actually be able to do that because you're going to be overweight in your kit. But by the time you have heavy body armor unlocked, your weight may be like super high. I don't know. I haven't made it that far in the game yet. I think you don't unlock heavy body armor until level 40, so it's a little far down the road for me. But I do like the fact that there's custom loadouts. Once again, something I didn't realize. As well as they got perks in this game, different perk trees. I believe right now the perk I have on, as you can see, it's right over. There's a little meter on the bottom right of the screen. Looks like a little hourglass. I have the slow-mo perk, which allows me to go into slow motion without having to dive through the air, as you see me do repeatedly, because I love doing it. So yeah, there's different perks like that. Like you can have a perk that allows you to heal faster. There's perks that allow you to disguise yourself as a part of the enemy team, as well as there's so many. There's another one that makes people think that everybody is against them, like it turns everybody on the screen red. So it kind of confuses people. Different things like that. There's some slow-mo diving right there, which is badass. I didn't get that kill though, which is upsetting. Yeah, so we got that. Like I said, there's armor. Right now I'm wearing the light armor, which is the one you start out with. I haven't unlocked medium armor yet. And one thing to be noted really quick, the light armor, now I've tested this, the light armor actually doesn't do anything for you. It's basically an aesthetic piece. And I don't know if that's a glitch and they kind of just messed that up, but it really doesn't do anything for you. I've tested it at long range as possible with an M1911, a single M1911. And when you're not wearing body armor, light body armor, it takes 6 shots to the chest to kill you. When you're wearing the light body armor, it still takes 6 shots to the chest to kill you. So I don't really know what it does for you. I haven't seen any occasions where it really seems to be helping me at all, because I do have loadouts that I run without body armor, so I really don't know. It does have a weight value, so I don't know. It seems more like it's a hindrance, but I kind of just like the way it looks. Once again, I'm a loser. And we have weapon attachments. Like I said, I'm using the dual silenced M1911s. So you have silencers. There's things like there's a gas block, which actually makes your gun lighter. There's laser sights, extended mags. There's another attachment that allow you to reload faster, different things like that. And of course, like I've said, bullet time. Bullet time is the greatest thing they could have ever introduced in the multiplayer, in my opinion. I don't feel enough people use it, and it may just be because the game is new. People don't know how to use it. But it's definitely not something that feels comfortable using when you're using an assault rifle. I personally only like to run around with the pistols. Like as you can see in the little turn wheel there, I don't even have an assault rifle equipped. I'm all dual pistols. Now I have recently started using the assault rifle a little more just to get a feel for it, but the dual pistols are so much fun. God damn. It really embodies Max Payne in my opinion. So yeah, dual pistols, badass. And you actually have to rank up your pistols. I think you have to rank it up to rank 6 in order to have the same dual wield pistol. If you don't have it up to rank 6, you have to have say one pistol of one type and then one pistol of another type. You just have to level it up in order to actually dual wield the same one. And one thing that you've been seeing me doing is it's looting. You go over a dead body and you hold B. And that allows you to loot, and that'll sometimes, well, all the time, that'll give you money as well as experience. I don't know. I know it gives you money. And money is really, really valuable in this game because it's hard to come by and things are a little expensive. So I have to say, get used to looting because it really comes in handy, especially because when you loot people, on occasion you will get a painkiller, which we'll see, as you can see in the little silhouette sometimes on the screen there, I'll have a little 1 in the middle of my chest. That means I have 1 painkiller on me. And I can use that to completely refill my health to give myself a bit of an edge on the battlefield. But yeah, it does come in handy. So I highly advise to be looting bodies as much as possible when playing the multiplayer. And that kind of quickly runs over a lot of the mechanics of the game, as well as that kind of encompasses my likes. Those are the things I really like about the game. It's very neat, very cool. Dislikes, I'm going to quickly run over that because I'm running out of time in this video. Dislikes, there's a perk that allows you to have a helmet, and helmets protect your head 50% from headshots. Now, headshots in this game is a one-shot kill from close range. Medium range is a two-shot kill. And, well, this is with the M1911. I'm not sure about assault rifles. And from long range, it's a 3-hit kill with a headshot. Now, headshots are not easy to get, and when you introduce the helmet and at long range with the M1911, it's very, very difficult to get a actual headshot. So I really don't like the fact that they introduced the helmet. That's not cool. Another dislike would have to be melee. Now, you see me melee a few people sometimes. It's basically, all right, I'm running out of time in this video. I may just have to add on some more footage just to keep you guys, actually allow you guys to watch something, because I'm not done talking yet. Yeah, we got there's melee in the game where essentially you run up on somebody and you press Y and it'll melee them. And unfortunately, it seems like it's a one-shot kill. Like I have never really gotten somebody just down to a certain percentage of their health with a melee. So I don't like that. I don't like the idea of a one-shot melee, because there have been many occasions where I've gotten somebody down to a certain amount of health, and I've run out of ammo, so I could just quickly run up on them and melee them to get them down all the way and kill them, which is kind of, my opinion, what it should be used for. But on occasion, when I run up for that melee, they'll end up meleeing me. And I'll go from full health to no health, and I'll be dead. I don't like that. I think the melees in this game should be more of like a 3-hit melee. That way it's morely just used to finish off somebody instead of completely kill them. Either that or kind of change it up a little bit. Kind of like, you know, I like what Battlefield did, where, you know, you got like I think it's 2 or 3 swipe knife kill in order to kill somebody, or you could do an assassination kill, which kind of makes you a little more vulnerable for a few seconds. So if they could, you know, if they did something like that, more of an assassination kill, it could be better, in my opinion. I don't expect much to change in this game. I don't know how popular it is amongst people, but there's one thing I would definitely love to change. And there was one part in the previous video there where I went into Last Stand, and Last Stand, I haven't quite figured that out yet. It's not something you choose to have. It's random as far as I can tell. I don't know if it's you get killed repeatedly by the same person, and then eventually, if you get killed by that same person again, you go into Last Stand just to give yourself like a little boost to the chance to redeem yourself. I really don't know. I haven't seen really any method to the madness yet, but I don't like it. It's not cool. Like, there is no way to get back up from Last Stand unless you kill the person that put you into Last Stand, which a lot of times doesn't really work out because there's no sight lines unless it's very close quarters, like what you've seen in the video where I actually killed the person that put me in the Last Stand and was able to get back up. Most of the time you just end up getting stuck in Last Stand, or they just finish you off, or somebody else finishes off. I really just don't like Last Stand in video games. It's just something strange that I feel shouldn't ever exist. You know, if I kill somebody, just, they're dead. They're dead. Make them go away now. They're dead. They can respawn. They don't need a second chance. If I kill them, then it's over. That, in my opinion, it would be better if they would just die. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting about that. It's just something that was really bugging me. And I think just the one other thing that I had to complain about in this game would have to be, on one occasion, I ran into a very strange glitch, and I've searched online to see if anybody was experiencing the same thing, and if there are any of you playing the game that are watching this, maybe you could tell me if you had the same experience. What happened was, it was a few nights ago, I was playing, and there was somebody on the other team that I simply couldn't kill. And yeah, I know, and it's like, bro, you probably just suck at the game. I know, I do suck at the game. I'm not very good. I'm getting better, but it's a tough game to get used to. But no, I really couldn't kill him. What would happen is I would get him all the way down. All his health would be gone, depleted, and he would just keep running at me. Just keep running at me. He just wouldn't stop. And he'd come up on me and he would melee me. And that'd be it. And I wouldn't know what happened. It was the strangest thing. His health would go all the way down, and he would just run up on me, melee me, and boom, his health is right back up again. I haven't figured out if this was just a glitch in the game that he somehow became a privy to, or whether it was something he was actually doing himself, like he was exploiting something. I don't know. I would really like to know. The only thing I can think of is I bought the collector's edition of this game, and with the collector's edition you get it's a code for a pill bottle, which is a perk that's only available to you, or the person that's bought the special edition. And the pill bottle allows you to have 3 painkillers instead of just 1. And that's pretty significant. You can never have more than 1 painkiller without that perk on. And now you can have more than 1 perk. There's, I think, 3 perk slots. If you're high enough level, I think you open up another perk slot at level 16, and then another one at probably around level 30 or something, pretty high up. But yeah, if you were to have the pill bottle combined with, there's another perk, I think it's called Lockbox, which allows you to keep your painkillers even after you died. So if you had 3 painkillers on you and somebody killed you, then you just spawn back with 3 painkillers. Now, if you were to constantly be looting and you were constantly have 3 painkillers on you at all times, that would mean that you could essentially just keep popping pills and keep your health up as much as possible. Now, I don't think that's what he was doing, but I do see that as possibly being a problem in the future. I don't know how many people bought the special edition, or whether they're going to release that perk to everybody. I really don't know. I don't like that it exists. I don't use it myself, as you can see. I use the slow-mo thing. Painkillers are really beneficial, but I don't like the idea of having something that nobody else has. That's, you know, especially something that could ultimately change the game in my favor. I don't like that. It feels like I'm cheating almost. But yeah, that's just one thing. I don't know. I can't prove. I've been trying to get video recorded of that happening again, but I haven't been able to get it happen. Yeah, Jesus, can't talk. To get that to happen to me again since. So if it does, I'll be sure to post a video. That way everyone can see it. Maybe even be able to submit it to Rockstar somehow. See if this is a glitch to fix. Oh, and there actually was one other glitch. It wasn't happening to me. It was happening to Saint Veritas. It's my cousin who I play with religiously. It was with the FAL. The FAL was, for some reason, it was glitching, and it wasn't killing anybody, and he couldn't figure out why he wasn't getting kills with this gun. And I come to realize, I ran up to him in game, and I could see that he was holding his hands out, but there was no gun in his hands. And he said he was pulling the trigger, but there was no sound. So from his perspective, he was shooting people, but from the perspective of everybody else in the game, he wasn't holding a gun. So wasn't holding a gun, wasn't shooting anything. He was just standing there with his hands out like a goddamn beggar. It was the weirdest thing. So, in my opinion, stay away from the FAL at the moment. It's definitely glitched. And yeah, don't buy the FAL right now, because I bought the FAL. It was the only assault rifle that I purchased so far, and goddamn thing's glitched. I was personally having problems with it too, but I didn't realize until it was happening to him what the actual problem was. So stay away from that for now. hopefully Rockstar will get that fixed eventually. I know there are a few other glitches in the game, but those are the only ones that I've seen myself. So, my opinion on the game as a whole, you know, if I were to give it a number value, I'd have to say it's definitely a 9 out of 10. It only loses points just because of those few things I mentioned earlier. Other than that, it is a fantastic game. It's very well put together, and I'm very impressed with the multiplayer. It's definitely going to be my main multiplayer shooter for the foreseeable future, I guess. I'm sure I'll get into something else eventually, but right now, that's what I really enjoy playing. It's something new, and the bullet time just adds this cinematic value that is hard to resist. And so yeah, if you haven't played the multiplayer yet, or you haven't even picked up the game yet, yeah, the bullet time in the multiplayer, I highly suggest that you try it out as much as possible. It you know, slap on some dual pistols and go crazy. And my suggestion for this game, you know, if you're a little on the fence, it's best to play with friends, because the game can get a little frustrating at times, like every multiplayer game can. You know, this game is not, it's, you know, the multiplayer is not perfect, because with all multiplayer games that come out now, there's too much. There's just too much stuff. Like I said, the helmets were unnecessary. There's just, you know, less is more. And I wish game developers would just kind of tone it back a little bit, give us less options in terms of equipment and gear and all that stuff that just makes the game really hard to balance. But yeah, other than that, it's a fantastic game. And yeah, so play with friends as much as possible. Even if you're just pick it up, you have like 3 or 4 friends, just play private matches with one another. I guarantee you'll have a blast. Anyway, guys, I think I've rambled on way too long. We're sitting at 22 minutes. Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, that does it for me. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.